Something I want to get to that you asked yesterday, because I'm seeing it a lot on YouTube. Wiseman's name's popping up now. And Wiseman played yesterday 4 minutes and 41 seconds. 3 of 3, 6 points, 2 rebounds. And I logged off Twitter as soon as the game was over. As soon as it was over. But you asked the question, Shasky, the thread. Outside of quarterback, has there been a more scrutinized young pick in the Bay than James Wiseman? Every minute, every possession, every smile off court is under crazy scrutiny. And I thought about that all night. And my first lean is, no, nobody's been scrutinized like James Wiseman. Because he was picked at a time where you had LaMelo Ball, who was very polarizing. A lot of people brought up Tyrese Halliburton or whatnot. And then you get Klay Thompson hurt on the same day. So automatically he was, you drafted him number 2. No Klay. We need the number 2 overall pick that looked like Kevin Garnett day one. Kevin Garnett when he was in his prime, that is. And from then he gets hurt, COVID, comes back from the All-Star break with COVID, can't play, gets benched, misses a shoot-around or whatnot. I mean, to answer your question, Shasky, I don't think there has been a more scrutinized young player in the Bay Area in a very long time. James Wiseman, outside of quarterback. Yeah. James Wiseman can't do anything right. He scores 6 points, goes 3 of 3, and people are still bitching about what he didn't do.
Totally. I mean, I see screenshots on the internet where he hits a little fadeaway lefty, whatever, drop step kind of like hook shot thing. And people are like, see, you should have thrown it to Moody in the corner. Shut up. Like, let the guy just play a couple of minutes and let him breathe a little. Look, the reality is this. 2 things are true simultaneously. I feel tremendous empathy for the kid. Right? I do. I feel really bad because he's an unfair scapegoat. That's number 1. Number 2, and it's undeniable at this point, he's been a net negative. Mm-hmm. It's obvious. He hasn't had a lot of impact. He's been hurt. It's been a bad pick. But I still don't think it's fair to blame him on all the Warrior woes. Like, LaMelo Ball has only played in 24 of the, 60 games or so this year.
25 games or something like that.
Yeah. And look, LaMelo's a better player, but I don't think LaMelo would be that version on this Warrior team.
No. You think LaMelo Ball is handling coming off the bench?
No.
He's not starting ahead of Klay and Steph.
No.
You're not running the 3-guard lineup with LaMelo, Steph, and Klay.
No.
Steve Kerr's not doing that.
No.
So I don't know what version of LaMelo you're getting. Yes, he's a gifted passer. Yes, he can light it up. But I also don't see winning basketball play by him. Not right now.
Bonte, I just feel like he's an easy scapegoat for a variety of reasons, and I think it's completely unfair. And if you're being realistic, you had to realize it was going to take some time for him being a big. That being said, I wish he was farther along. I thought he'd be farther along. He's not. But I don't think it's killing them. We're acting like it's cement feet and it's burying the Warriors. I think they can overcome these.
Would you trade James Wiseman?
At this point, I don't think any kind of a trade right now improves them so dramatically that it's worth getting rid of whatever his potential value could be. Because right now, I'm looking at the Warriors as we near the trade deadline, and this is going to be a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. I think whatever positive you're going to get at the deadline is an incremental gain that, to me, is penny wise, pound foolish, when I think there's a better offer in the offseason when things are settled and more teams understand stuff and certain salaries come to fruition or go down a little and make it a little more desirable to throw that guy into a more enticing package. I'm still going to fly around the Brooklyn Nets and find out what the hell's going on with Durant to keep Phoenix from getting him.
Right now?
Just in general, I'm saying in the offseason. I don't think he's going to be moved at the dedeadline, KD. I'm talking about in general. I think that there are more deals available in the offseason because there's so many teams in flux.
Yeah, I don't know about the Kevin Durant thing. That shit may have sold. If you get to the off, we'll see what happens in the offseason. I don't know. I don't know if you can get KD. I don't even know if KD wants to come here and play.
Bonte, people are like losing their minds about a Jakob Poeltl trade. I'm looking at all the different. You got to staple. Not only do you have to have a player, you have to staple draft picks. I'm not giving draft picks for a guy who's going to play 9 minutes a game for maybe 25 games the rest of the way. He's not even going to play the playoffs.
Not for Jakob Poeltl. Not at all. Let's go to Ness in Santa Clara. Ness, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I love listening to your show.
Thank you.
Brightens up my day.
Thank you.
I just want to give a quick shout out to little public school action over in Santa Clara. I don't know if you guys heard about a school called Wilcox High School.
Oh, yeah.
The Wilcox
They're
Chargers?
deal,
No, they're not the Chargers.
Yes, sir.
They're the Chargers, huh? The Wilcox Chargers. Yeah,
yes,
look at
sir.
that.
The Wilcox Chargers.
Come on,
yes,
man.
sir.
Look
Who they
at
playing?
that.
And they lost in CCS this year, so we're a little bit down, but we won state the last 2 out of the last, I want to say, 5 years, like a Division II state. So it's not too sexy, but we're up there with the private schools, fellas. We beat Valley Christian this year, like 41-10.
Oh, wow.
We beat Bellarmine as well. They're getting up there. Just want to give a shout out to them.
Hey, Wilcox usually has a really good football team. They're a power down there, man. Thanks for the call, Des. Where's our website at? Love it. Where's our website at? We want people to chime in when it comes to high school sports. Let us know when the big games are. Let us know when the big upsets are brewing, the players of the week. We want to know all that stuff. Go ahead, Loveman. What's the website?
Yeah, no, just shoot us an email, hss@957thegame.com. Let us know where all the big games are, the best players, big upsets, and we want to hear about it so we can talk about it.
Absolutely.
So HSS as in high school stories?
High school sports?
Or sports?
Yeah, high school sports. So, yeah, HSS. That's what it is.
HSS. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So we want to hear not only about Reardon and Sacred Heart and SI, but we want to hear about Mission, Washington, Galileo. Want to hear about the Bay School. Want to hear about University. Want to hear about Stewart Hall, Moraine
Oakland
Academy, Oakland Tech, McClymonds. Want to hear about Skyline. Want to hear about Bishop O'Dowd. Want to hear
Campolindo?
about Castro Valley. Campolindo's really good. St. Mary's, by the way, got a freshman from Campolindo.
Yes, and he's from Campolindo.
Yeah, from
who played
Campo.
for his son.
Yeah.
Played with his son, the
Yep.
coach from St. Mary's, his son. Everybody noticed him at Aiden. Yeah, everybody noticed him all in one night.
Yep, all in one night. That's fine. Hey, I
Good for
noticed
him.
Gonzaga goes down to St. Mary's. Randy Bennett, stand up, baby. They're going to win a WCC conference title. Don't get upset. Make us
My cousin just slams St. Mary's down my throat all the time, so I can't root for St. Mary's,
Why?
even though I know a lot of people do, because JP Money's insufferable with it.
Oh, did JP Money go to St. Mary's?
Yes, he played rugby there,
He's a
and they've got
Gale,
a great
huh?
rugby program, and I golf in the rugby
Hey.
little golf tournament and stuff. But
Shout out
I
JT.
have to put up this fake facade that I don't root for St. Mary's just to get under his skin.
Hey, shout out to St. Mary's. Shout out to JP Money. He's with me where he loves the all-white Indianapolis Colt uniforms. He loves the St. Mary's Gales. I love the St. Mary's Gales, but I respect all the teams. Santa Clara, USF. So you don't have any respect for these Bay Area colleges, Shaska. You got to get some respect. Got to show some respect.
I showed tremendous respect. Randy Bennett has done a great job. I go way back. Omar Samhan, Kisper.
boy.
I mean, just name them all.
All the Australians.
Yeah, when they ggave out too much pasta and got slapped on the wrist. Meanwhile, North Carolina is basically giving away free grades so the guys can be eligible.
888-957-9570, 888-957-9570. Brian Baldinger will join us in 20 minutes. Believe he's in Glendale, Arizona, getting ready for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl fever, Shasky. You have any of it?
No.
No?
I'm so... I mean, of course I'm going to watch. I mean, who isn't going to watch?
How much do you hate Philly? Because I went to the old club yesterday, and boy, people were saying, Shasky told us about the times you guys had in Philadelphia. I mean, everybody's still talking about it. Everybody's scarred.
Philly is like on my number one like hit list right now. There's no question about it. They're just insufferable people, horrible humans, and it's not all of them. It's the 18 to 25-year-old barstooly white boy college frat kids from Delaware who I want to slap up.
I do want to slap them up bad.
I mean, you wonder why your boy got the vid. It's because people were spitting on me. In 2023, I got spit on.
I'm not laughing at that. Not laughing at that at all. By the way, the Niners do go to Philadelphia next year for a regular season game. Now, I'm not sure we're going to make that game, Shasky.
The only way that I'm making that game is if we get all of the Bay Area rolling out there with us, because I'm not going through that again. That's ridiculous.
No. The Niners, by the way, they have road games in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Jacksonville, and Washington. Now, the Jacksonville game may be overseas. That may be overseas. No, Pittsburgh might be a fun trip, depending on when the game is. What if, like, the Pirates are playing at PNC Park and you get the Steelers playing in there? I wouldn't mind going to see Three Rivers. I wouldn't mind it at all.
Okay, like, for a sports fan, I get that. I'm talking about, like, visiting the city. Like, there's the steel mill.
Hey, Pittsburgh, I heard Pittsburgh's underrated. Minnesota.
Stroganoff.
Minnesota. Not bad. That dude dove.
Bonte,
What about Cleveland?
We spent less than an hour in Minnesota. It was 6 degrees.
I know. I took a
0.6. I looked at Bonte and he goes, I don't know how anyone can live here.
Dude, I took a photo from the plane. It was all snowed in. They had to go to Gophers. We flew right over to go to Gophers Stadium.
Yes.
It was all nothing but snow. Nothing but absolute snow. Shaska, I want to ask you about the Grammys. You've been at home all the time.
Yeah.
Are you a Grammy guy? Do you watch the Grammys?
Sure, why not? It's basically a celebration of T-Sizzle and Beyonce. I mean, that's all it is.
Well, and Bad Bunny.
And Bad Bunny, yes.
And
Bad Bunny.
some guy named Harry, what is it, Styles?
Your boy
Yeah,
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Sam Smith. Sam Smith was...
I'm more of a Stan
Lizzo.
Smith guy.
Yeah, me too. What else? Clock. All right, clock.
Yeah, spike it.
Let us know about the biggest games and stories in the Bay Area prep scene. Clock. Email us at hss@957game.com. By the way, the Let's Go podcast, Brady and Belichick. I listened to it on the way in the work this morning. Really, really good.
It's
Belichick.
not Let's Go. It's Let's Go!
Oh, let's
With an
go.
apostrophe.
And then Jim Gray. You know, Lubman didn't know who Jim Gray was?
What?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.